We are live. Good to see you. Tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit special. We're going to be starting the heats for the online chili eating champion. So this is a little bit different. Obviously, we're all on lockdown. We can't go out to festivals. We can't do proper chili eating competitions. So what we thought we'd do is the search for an online champion. And tonight we're going to be doing heat 1. So what I thought we'd do is bring in somebody who knows a lot about chili eating. Shahina, how we doing?
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, good to have you here.
It's so hot. It's brilliant.
I thought there's nobody better to have in this sort of situation than somebody who's been there over 70 times in the hot seat, knows exactly what's in every single situation. Just to help me through and do a little sort of a little guide into what these guys have got coming in store for them. So yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to watch this online unfold, see who wins. I have my sort of like little favorites, but then you just never know what's going to happen on the day. So I'm just like so excited to watch this unfold.
This is a different format, isn't it? I mean, do you think this format can work? Do you think it's the lockdown that sort of will make it work, or is there a future for this type of format?
Well, absolutely. We have to be flexible. I mean, human beings are adaptable, right? That's why we're good. We're good at survival because of those skills. So we have to learn to adapt. And I think we can make this work. And we can't get to a chili eating competition. We can't get to festivals. This is the next best thing. You're sat at home, you get pods delivered, and you take part in these competitions. It's all very fair. Everybody takes part at the same time. All the rules are the same. I think it's a great idea to get people involved and we keep the motion going.
Good. So you think it's a fair comparison to, say, a proper festival online festival competition?
I think like there's slight variations. There's a few things that you can't take into account when you're at your home, set in the comfort of your living room or your bedroom or wherever in your garden. And it's so different from being in a normal chili eating competition in front of like maybe thousands of people at times. It's a completely different kind of case where, you get nervous. People get the chills. People get nervous about people watching them. So this is a little bit different in that sense where you're sort of in the comfort that and you're doing these competitions. So I think that is the only thing that would be different. But the level of difficulty from like sort of 0 to 10 rounds, it's going to be exactly the same. The pain you go through is the same, but the only difference is that you're not going to have the pressure of people watching you. Live is different, but people watching in the crowd, a lot of people don't like that. So, people operate differently in those kind of situations. That's the only difference. Other than that, nothing else.
That was one of the first things I thought of, is that quite often at these festivals, it's the first time people have got up ever, and they have the idea to do it, and then they suddenly realise that they're standing there in front of hundreds of people on the spot in pain and suffering, and I think sometimes that really spurs them on to do better than they normally would,
Yeah, that is it. The pressure, well, it goes either way. Like sometimes it spurs you on to do better. Other times people get too nervous about people watching them and not looking too bad because, let's face it, chili eating competitions does bring up like the worst elements, nose running, eyes watering, you're shivering, you're shaking, you're not in control of your sort of, movements and stuff. So a lot of people don't like to sort of let go, and I can understand that. So that takes the pressure off. Being at home, that the pressure is off there. But you're still online. There's going to be millions of people watching you eventually. So it's nerve-wracking either way.
Another thing I think is brilliant about this is that we have literally got people from Scotland facing people from London, people from Wales, people from Portsmouth. You would never get, I don't think, even 5 people of this sort of level in one contest together, would you?
Absolutely not. This is like one of the really positive sort of aspects of this kind of online chili eating competition, because in the UK you can send out the chilies to whoever you like over the whole of the UK, which is brilliant. So it kind of broadens the horizons and gets more people involved, and you don't know, all sorts of people from different places, different backgrounds taking part. It's crazy good. It's really good.
Brilliant. So this weekend, I was due to be at Portsmouth hosting the Portsmouth Chili and Gin chili eating competition. You were also supposed to be somewhere else. Where were you supposed to be this weekend?
Oh my God, I was supposed to be in New Zealand. It was a dream come true, sort of holiday, come sort of chili eating competitions, come all sorts of things. There was a skydiving plan, there was a bungee jump plan, and it was all eating reapers. So I was going to be the first woman to do that, like eating reapers while I jump out of a plane. You know, Johnny Scoville's done that, and bungee jumping, all that kind of stuff. So there was massive things happening this weekend, and I was actually really down about it last week, and you know, thinking about all that we would have been doing right now. I was going to meet lots of family friends and stuff in New Zealand I haven't seen in like, I think about 20 years. So, and from my time in Brunei. So it's just been crazy, but this just like coming on made me feel so positive. I had something to look forward to this weekend. That was great.
That's great. We have to do something, you know. We have to. I mean, I think no one would dispute you are, you know, the best at doing chili eating competitions that certainly I've ever seen or anybody's ever seen. But like I say, this is a different category, you know, and we're going to find an online champion. And I think ultimately we have 4 groups here, and we will have 4 winners. Later on in the summer, we're going to do another one, and that will leave us with 5. And then those 5 are going to come together in a grand final. We're going to increase the amount of rounds. We're going to make it harder. And then we should eventually have an online chili eating champion. Now, what can we offer that online chili eating champion in terms of, you know, what can they expect? Can we expect anything from the League of Fire in terms of a sort of belt match even, or anything like that in the future? What do you think?
You know, being having won quite a few League of Fire belt matches, never been defeated, I would expect that they'd like to involve that person. So if that person has defeated loads of people in the other online chili eating competitions and they're the sole winner, then I think they pretty much stand a chance at going for the belt. So as soon as we get the belt back from New Zealand, I think that will pretty much be on the cards to have the online chili eating champion go up against you know, whoever is the owner of the belt at the time. So 100%, I think that is on the table. I think League of Fire would love that, because this is an innovative thing. Like, what else are we going to do on a weekend? This is something you look forward to. You've given loads of people something to sort of be sort of happy about and counting the days for. So this is great. And I'm sure League of Fire is going to want to get involved in this.
I mean, League of Fire have been very kind enough to say that the winner of each of these heats will get a bottle of the new Chug sauce, Chug 2, which is very kind of them. And I know that there is some sort of trophy in the pipeline for the winner of the grand final. So they will be the official League of Fire online champions. You know, this is worth something, isn't it? This is worth winning.
Well, absolutely. This is no joke. This is quite serious, and people who like competing will know that once you start going into the competition game, you do get serious about it. There are lots of things at, you know, loads of things you can get. And then to have this trophy designed especially by David Hainsworth, amazing. I've seen like little sort of snippets. I don't know the full sort of like what they're going to look like, but the trophies are amazing. And honestly, I'd love to be in that position where I could actually sort of try to compete and win that. I'd be proud of this. So these guys, they've got loads of things to look forward to.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. Should we have a look at the lineup that we've got for the first one?
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. So to the first one out of 4 tonight, we've got 5 competitors. Some of them I know well, some of them I don't know very well, probably the same as you. If we just look at them one by one, Peter Cunningham. Peter's a guy who I know, he lives quite near me. He's come and bought sauce off me before. He likes the super hot sauces, but I haven't seen him do any sort of challenges. So I haven't seen him do any bites or tube of terror or anything like this. How do you think he would fare doing sort of fresh pods when he hasn't done any of those challenges?
Well, this is how I started, you know, like I used to love hot sauces. I used to love putting like fresh chilies into my food. But when I first went into my first ever competition in Kingston 2012, nothing could have prepared me for fresh pod eating. So he's in for a surprise. He may do really well because he may have a really high tolerance that we don't know about, but he may get a shock of his life. So, you know, even though you could handle hot food and like hot sauces with your food, fresh pod eating is a different ball game. And that's all I can say. So you never know how he's going to fare, but you never know. People might have this tolerance that you don't know about.
I mean, there is definitely favourites. We've done a competition in the group to sort of see who everyone thinks is going to win. Nobody said Peter.
That's only because they don't really know him that well.
Exactly.
But if they knew him that well, they probably would be voting for. So he might shock us. He might be one of those people who just come out of the woodworks. You never know.
I definitely think at least one of these can be won by an underdog. You know, somebody who is not the favourite.
Always the case. Always the case. You never know. You know, it's not just about your tolerance. It's about the day. It's about how you're feeling on the day. About how each pod affects you. You can never ever plan for it. So, you know, anything can happen in the competitions. The number of competitions I've been in, I've come so close to losing, all because, you know, you just don't know how it's going to hit you on the day. So you don't know. Even if he's not an expert, or he's not done a chili eating competition before, he's definitely a good possibility to win.
Brilliant. Okay, number 2 is Corin Sloss. Now, Corin is better known to some people as the Spice Freak. He's got a YouTube channel where he has done hot sauce reviews for over 4 years. Every single week he does a hot sauce review. He's got a very unique style. He just reviewed one of my sauces, and it was one of the most in-depth reviews I've ever seen. So the guy takes it seriously, and he's into it. Do you know much about Corin?
Well, I know him as the Spice Freak because we've interacted a lot on YouTube, and I really like the guy. I love his style. It's so different. It's so unique, and it's, as you say, it's really in depth. He goes into detail. I love it so much, and I've interacted with him quite a lot in the past, but this is the first time we're going to be like online together, which is lovely, and I'm like rooting for him.
He does come across to me as a connoisseur of all things spice, so I think, you know, no matter how far he gets, I think he's going to enjoy it.
Absolutely. I think he's going to enjoy the experience no matter what. So it's great.
Okay, then we come to the 2 favourites for this group. The first favourite is Cameron Grennan, who we both know fairly well. I first came across Cameron last July. I think it was when Johnny came across for the Cheese and Chili Festival. And he turned up on my hot pod stall, ate a bag of pods, and then went into the competition straight away. I think he went out after about 4 or 5 rounds because he was probably full of scorpions and reapers from standing, chatting to us on the stall. But then he's gone on to win. I think he's won at least 2 competitions. I think he won one of the Cheese and Chilies. He won the Woking Food and Drink Festival once. He is one of the favourites. What do you think about Cameron?
Well, Cameron's a lovely guy, and he's so funny. I remember meeting him, that first meeting at Guildford at Cheese and Chili at your stall, and he just said, well, I just tried a few super hots, and I'm going to take part in the competition in a couple of hours. And I remember saying to him, are you crazy? How can you eat all those super hots? You've never had them before, and now you're going to go into a competition. The burn's going to get you. And he said, no, I'll be fine. And then obviously then he went into the competition. He did go out a bit quicker than the rest because he was already having the cat cramps. And afterwards he's like, Shahina, you were right. Like, I shouldn't have done that. I said, well, now you know, Cameron. But Cameron, you made it obvious that your tolerance is great. So next time you have to just do it the right way. Do not have super hots before a competition, you know, line your stomach with some milk, with some sandwiches, and do the competition then, and do not have super hots. But then he went on to win a couple of competitions. He is great. I've seen him in my house. I've had him as a guest. He did a couple of competitions in my house. He's great.
Against Johnny Scoville as well, didn't he, at your house?
Yeah, that's right. He went really far. He's great. I think he is one of those people who will just push themselves beyond belief. So, you know, that's the one to watch out for. And he's done a couple of challenges, and he's good at them.
He is. I mean, he did the Toe of Satan, and he won that as well. I haven't seen anything come up against Cameron that's really stopped him in his tracks. So I think he's definitely going to be a force.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so fourth, Sean Overthrow. Again, we both know Sean Overthrow. He was at the Tide Festival. He's done loads of League of Fire challenges. He's done bites. He's done Moabs. He's done chugs. He won one of the trial chili eating competition online competitions we did last year. He won with Joy Liddell. So he's going to be a fit, isn't he?
Absolutely. It's so funny. When I first met Sean, he's like, I don't do pause, I don't do this, I don't do that. But when he did that online chili eating competition and he gained joint winners with Adele, it was amazing. And then since then, he's done so many challenges. He's really great the way he keeps a really straight face. I don't think it really hits him that hard. I think one of the things that his expressions, his movements and everything kind of quite good and stable. It's just when he hits him in the gut, then he goes, he's like, I can't do it anymore. But I think he's a very strong contender. And I'm looking out, like today, I think he's going to do really well. I mean, that competition that he did with Adele, they were so close. That was great. It's just like a joint win is amazing. So he's definitely one to watch out for. And he was there at Tyne and Burner. And he's like, oh, I can't do any of that. I said, yeah, you can. Like, he's proved me right.
It's amazing how once you do one of these challenges that really pushes your tolerance, you want to see how far you can go and do more, you know. And I think
it's very addictive. Doing a competition, doing challenges, is an addictive thing, and also a lot of people are very passionate about it, and it's like a hobby, you know. Like a lot of people go and spend money on like video games and like going to the cinema, going to restaurants. People choose to do challenges, do these competitions because it's like a hobby and they enjoy it, they love it, and it's great entertainment for us, the audience. It's great.
And last we come to Rick Saunders. Again, we both know Rick from the Chili Project. And you recently went with Rick to the wings competition, didn't you? He's another person who he demonstrates that these type of competitions are twofold. They are endurance and then they're speed. And Rick is good at both.
Rick is a man close to my heart. I love him to bits. So we're really good friends now. And you know what? I mean, when I went to the chili eating, the wings competition with him, he did amazingly well. He wasn't even that bothered. We were like, I think about 9 or 10 rounds through. And he was like, yep, it's good. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. No problem. He coped with it really well. And then after the end of the competition, I remember like a load of wings were left over and I tried them. They were really, really like incredibly hot. And I was saying to Rick afterwards, how did you say that was okay? I found them really hot. Like, nah, no problem at all. So he's definitely one of those people to watch out for. He's great at, you know, doing these kinds of challenges.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, that's our 5 contenders. So thank you very much for joining us. I will let you go and I'll bring you back later on when we go for our second group. But yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Shahina. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Stephen. And I'm going to watch it now on my big screen. I can't wait. And I'll be like screaming for everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Good. Bye. Okay, there we have it. There's our intro for the all the guys that are doing it. It is an all-male lineup, so let's bring them in now. We've got Peter Cunningham. We have Corin Ross. We have Cameron Brennan. We have Sean Overthrow.
I can't make out a word you're saying, I'm afraid.
There's a lot of feedback.
Oh, that's better.
Where's Rick?
Rick's down the bottom left.
Not there.
Pete, I think that is yours that is doing the feedback, mate, because I when I've muted you, the feedback's gone. So if you can just see what you can do to get rid of it. Let me try again. Yeah, still feedback. Okay, right. So this week send all you guys a box of pods and a wafer, and ask you to clean the pods, put them in the fridge, sort them out. Let me just.
Oh, Dolly, what you do?
Who's that?
Not me.
Is that Sean?
No, that's me.
Cam, is it you?
Yeah, it's my.
Sorry.
All right, mate. That's okay.
Yeah, that's my sister, sorry.
Right, everybody's got their pods. They've all had them in the fridge and cleaned them and so on. If I can ask you all, you've all signed the waivers and sent it to me. If I can ask you all to get out the first bag, please. Just to go over the rules, there's no drinking of anything. Get the fire stick back in. Yeah, there's no drinks, I'm afraid. We will go through the pods. There will be a time limit if people are taking a little while. So yeah, get your last drinks before we start. We're going to have 10 rounds, and then there'll be a speed round for those people who get to the speed round. Okay, so if I could ask you to get out your first bag, which is number 1, and the first round that we're going into is the jalapeno. So if you could just let me know, just give me a hands up just to say that you're ready. It does look like an ice lolly, the way that you're holding up. Good. So let me find my bell. Okay, are we all ready?
Condensation on it.
Begin. 10 rounds of chilies and then a speed round. Okay, on 3. 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies.
Pretty.
So the first one is a red jalapeno, nice and ripe. It's got a Scoville there of about 2,000 to 5,000. So it should be a nice, easy start. But it's quite a big chili, so it's quite thick. All these chilies are designed to get you in different ways. So you've got some that will get your tongue, some that will get the roof of your mouth, side of your mouth, your throat. And by the time you get to the end of the tongue, end of the 10, we should see that the whole of your mouth is burning. And that's when it comes to the speed round. How was that one? Good. Rick finished. Sean finished. Yeah, down to the stalk. So that there's no flesh left at all. And that you've just got the short stalk. Then show me the stalk. And then you can discard that. Yeah. Nice one, Sean. Well done. Yeah. Cam, just finish off the red. Any red there? Yeah. Corin, thank you. Peter, good. Just that last bit of red for you, Peter. That's it. Was there much heat in that one, Sean?
Not really.
No, more like just a red
nice and fruity.
Yeah, good. Nice bit of saliva. Get the saliva going in your mouth, ready for the hotter ones, yeah? Okay, right, round 2. And this one is the bird's eye. Now, there's going to be 2 of these chilies in this round. So have you both got 2 of the bird's eye? That's it. Good. So this is a different type of heat. This is not a heat that takes a while to come in. This is a heat that gets you pretty much straight away. So the bird's eye come in at about the 50 to 100,000 Scoville. Okay, right. Is everyone ready?
Hold both of these, yeah?
3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies. So like I say, 50 to 100,000. The jalapeno is about 2 to 5, so very mild. These are a lot smaller, but they're 50 to 100,000.
Very soapy.
Soapy, are they? Floral for a bird's eye.
Yep.
Normally,
annuums definitely have a soapy heat to me.
Really? Because normally they're quite a stingy heat that you get from the bird's eye.
Oh yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
I thought the jalapeno was worse, actually. They're not too bad.
Are you both of these, yeah?
Well done, Rick. Thank you. Yeah, good man, Peter. Well done, Karen. Well done, Corin. Yeah. Jordan, you done as well? Perfect. Okay. Good. That's good. So now we go on to round 3, which is the Scotch bonnet red. So drama, a bit of a Scotch bonnet. So this one comes to 300 to 350. Right, let me just see who here. Right, stop that. Yeah. Pete, I think it's you again with the feedback, mate. So I've muted you and unmuted you. Yeah, I'm just going to keep you muted for a little while, see if we can get rid of it. Okay, so the Scotch bonnet red, it looks a little bit like a flying saucer or a mushroom. It's a bit different from the type of Scotch bonnets that you get from the store. Yeah, it looks quite funky. So, like I said, it's 100,000 to 350,000. If you can just hold it up, let me know that you're ready. Cam, stop watching the telly. Good man. Right, we're ready. 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies. Well, that chili.
Right, loads of seeds.
Is there? You won't need to order an Indian later then. How's this one? Is it as hot as a normal shop bought Scotch bonnet? Because I think it's a little bit milder, a bit more fruity though.
Not fruity.
Got some heat.
I haven't got far into it yet. The bird's eye is still really stinging my mouth.
Really?
Not the
Yeah,
bird's eye.
quite fruity.
Uh,
Is my sound better, Steve? I've changed it around a bit.
Yeah, you're good now, Pete.
Cool.
That's much better. You just never know what it is with the feedback, do you?
That was that.
Corin, how you doing?
I think I might want to leave it there, to be honest, because the bird's eye is still really stinging my mouth, and I'm not great with the fresh pods.
That's all right. You just tell us when you want to bow out.
I think I'm going to drop out early, I'm afraid.
That's all right. No problem at all. All right. Round of applause for Corin. Well done, Corin. That's round 3. You got the Scotch bonnet red or the Foodorama. So, Corin, I'm going to put you back in the lobby now, and we'll bring you back in at the end. Yeah, so you can continue watching.
Sorry to be a bit of a disappointment.
Thanks very much. And then there was 4. Okay, everybody good for the next round?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this is the lemon habanero.
I've not got another one of them in my bag.
So you should have a. So yeah, you're moving on. Sorry, you're moving on to bag 2 now.
Good.
Got to say that. The bag 2 should contain the next 3 rounds, and you're looking for the yellow one. Now, I've had a couple of these, and I know these are super floral. So everyone ready? Chili's in the air. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Chili's. Had a couple of these this week, and they were super floral. We're talking at about 325,000 gold. So we're starting to get to the point where, you know, some people would not be able to just have this casually in a salad or something. It would probably be a bit too hot for them. You get the floral, Rick?
Yeah.
It's like eating bouquet flowers, isn't it?
I've left my tissues in the garden.
Some people describe the floral as like soap, and they hate it. And some people describe it as like a, you know, a more floral, but they really like it. I can tell you love it, Sean. Not your thing.
Oh boy.
That's why this is tough, because you've got all different flavors, heats, and everything with these 10 chilies that you're going through. All done? Good. All down. Excellent. Okay. So now we move on to round 5 again from your second bag, and this is the habanero red. So this is 300 to 445,000 Scoville. So these are quite These are quite a common chili that you can buy in your grocery store, quite often used in a lot of hot sauces along with Scotch bonnet. Chilies in the air, everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies for round 5, the habanero red. How's that one, Cam?
She's better than last time.
You're all right. You're fine. That's all.
Hot this one, Rick?
I think the last one was hotter.
Really? That's the thing. You can never. I mean, you get ranges for the chilies, but you can. It really depends whether it's early season, mid-season, late season, who's grown them, what the weather's been like. They could be absolutely anything, to be honest.
Really
Sean,
floral again, that one.
Say again?
It was really floral again.
Yeah, they are. Around those habanero ones can be super floral. Okay, that's the end of the easy chilies. We've got one more from bag 2, and now we start to step it up a little bit. So this we're moving on to is the chocolate scorpion. So these ones were really big. They were huge, like ping pong balls. So the chocolate scorpion is quite hot. We're moving up quite a bit. The habanero red was 300 to 450. This is a range of 1.2 million to 2 million. Again, you can't really tell, exactly what they are. But yeah, the average range for this is 1.2 to 2 million chocolate scorpion. And there will be a few of these scorpion rounds based on the chilies that we've got. So yeah, chocolate scorpions in the air, guys, if you're ready. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies. A couple of people tried them out their spares bag this week and said that these were not just floral, but super hot. How's that, Rick?
Hot.
Yeah. Sean, any dent in the armour yet at all?
Still off that Lebanon.
There's still the Lebanon habanero. Even mentioning it, yeah?
Oh, soapy taste, man.
Yeah.
Not very nice.
Chocolate pods tend to be very bitter. You've got the floral from the habaneros and the lemon habanero, but the chocolate pod is extremely bitter, which presents a different type of challenge. Pete, how does that compare to a really hot sauce?
I think it's a different burn. It really gets you at the back of your throat.
Yeah.
It's so floral as well.
A bit like a mash, isn't it? Yeah. Cam, how you doing? You all right? Any dent in the armour? No? All good?
I think that's me, guys. I think they are.
You're done, Rick?
Yeah.
Well done, right. Round of applause for Rick. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. I'll let you go and have a beer and I'll put you back in the lobby. And then there were 3. Okay, who's ready to go to round 7, the ghost? If you can move to the next bag, bag 3. And in this bag, we have, unfortunately, there's 4 rounds in here, and they're all red, so it's a little bit difficult to work out what's what, okay? So you've got the ghosts along with a sort of spiky end. The scorpions are quite smooth, and the Carolina Reapers are very wrinkly. So if you can find a ghost that's got, that looks... So let me have a look. Have you got any that are long and thin with a sort of spiky end, like Peter's showing? That's it. Sean, that's the ghost. Yeah, that's it, Cam. Good. Okay, so everybody good for the ghost?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. On 3. 3, 2, 1. So the ghost comes in a little bit less than the chocolate scorpion. It comes in at 850,000 to 1,000 Scovilles. but it's got a completely different type of heat than the chocolate scorpion. That'll get you, a lot of people say it gets them in the back of the throat. So you've got no bitterness, but you've got a different area of your mouth being attacked by the chili. So we're starting to get some proper coverage now. We should have tongue, sides of mouth, roof of mouth, and the back of mouth, and the bitterness and the floral. You knew that this could get so technical, eh? Good man, Pete. Well done. Still going strong? Still all right? That's the floral, isn't it? How are we doing, Sean?
Floral.
Still floral, yeah? Have you got the ghost down?
Really?
Pete, is the ghost down?
Yeah, it's all gone.
Good. Cam, is the ghost down? Give us the thumbs up. Good man. Sean, let's see what's left of the ghost. Yeah, good man. Lovely. Good. How are we doing?
Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, part of the rules of the tournament is if there is any sick, then I'm afraid that's it. Sean, thank you very much, mate. I'm going to put you back in the lobby. You've done really well. See you next time. See you at the end of the comp. Okay, so then there was two. Cam, can I bring you back in with your sound yet?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. There's just three. There's just you two. Sorry. Pete. Yeah. Pete is the sportsman. Cam is the yeah. You've done the challenges before. Okay. We move on to round 8. Is the dried scorpion. This is a bit of a curveball that we're throwing in here. So this is not a fresh pod. This is a dried pod. And a lot of people say that this is a lot harder because it's like eating glass. Okay, so if you can find your dried scorpion, please.
This looks evil, man.
Yeah, this is it. This is really evil. This does not leave your mouth. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Chomp those dried chilies. Go on, Pete.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh boy,
so hard to get down. You've run out of saliva because you've had no drink.
Eating my wallet with chili sauce on. Oh,
it's so hard to chew and get down that one. Sorry, I should not make you laugh. Cam? All done?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pete, is it all done?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, is it all out the mouth?
Almost. It's stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, if you can give me a clean mouth when you're done, just to let me know that you're finished. Good man, Cam. Pete, can you give us a clean mouth just when you're ready? Good man, thank you.
Good.
Okay, so we move on to round 9. Two really hot ones now. Okay, we've got the red scorpion first. Red scorpion is 1.4 to 2 million Scovilles. So if you can find that, it's a bit of a smooth, red, quite smooth. Yeah, and
so
then
this
hold
guy.
it up when you're ready. Yeah, that's the one. That's the scorpion. Because they're early season pods, they don't always look exactly like you expect them to. Okay, right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies. Penultimate round.
That's done.
Hold the stems up, Cam, so we can see the stems all the way down.
I don't have stems. I pulled them up. They're mouldy.
Okay, good man. How's that one in terms of heat? Yeah, good man, Pete. Is that the hottest one so far, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, different taste. Yeah, I'm going to stop quizzing you now, I think, and we'll just move on to the final round. Okay, the final round, if you can take out one of the chilies, it should be super bobbly. Might have a little stinger. Yeah, Cam, that's the right one. It's the world's hottest chili, the Carolina Reaper. So this comes in at about 1 point. Yes, I think that is Pete. Can you show me the other bobbly one, Pete? If there's another bobbly one.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think the one on your right is the best one there.
This one.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 1.5 to 2.2 million. This is the world's hottest chili. If you get through this, we go to the speed round, okay? Hold up your chili just to let me know that you are ready to go for the final round of endurance, round 10. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Chomp those chilies. Pete, I'm impressed by you, mate. This is very good from you.
Yeah, I'm impressed as well.
Have you ever eaten a Carolina Reaper raw like this?
Yeah. No.
Good.
No, I can't do it.
How is it?
No, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah.
Too much?
Too much, man.
All right. Cam, if you finish that, you win.
Nah, that's killed me.
Pete, you put in such a performance, mate. I'm really proud of you. Well done. Really well done. You got to round 10 and you were the second, so that is really good. Cam, as soon as you give me an open mouth, you're the winner. Yes. Well, round of applause.
Cam. Fair play, mate.
Let me bring in the other guys.
Oh.
There we go, guys. We've got a winner, Cameron, from round 10. We didn't need to get a full speed round. The Carolina Reaper, and he's got to round 10. That's super.
Christ.
Someone talking about the Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, guys.
Spice and all things nice flavour. Had to go for the most relevant one I could.
Brilliant. One of the favourites in Cameron won. I think a lot. It was either Sean or Cameron was the favourite for that. So, but you know, like we say, Sean, it's all the different types of pods and having them all together.
You did me on the speed round on the RG Lemon last time, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
My nemesis.
That chocolate scorpion. Wow.
Was that hot?
That was brutal.
That did it for me.
That guys thing as well, that just carried on building. That was awful.
Guys, listen, you've done really, really well. Well done to Cameron, even though he's off camera at the moment. He's our first team winner. But thanks very much for everything, for entering, for taking the chilies, for staying in the competition, for turning up today, for helping me everything. So congratulations to everybody. And yeah,
well done, guys.
I'm going to put you all back in the office. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Cheers for organising, Steve.
No problem, mate.
Look forward to 8 o'clock for the next one.
Yeah.
There we go, round 1. And we have our first heat winner, which is Cameron Grennan. So he goes through to the final. And I am going to go and eat my curry now. And I will see you at 8 o'clock. See you later.